Welcome back to another day of classroom organization. We are really here with no plan except to make labels, print them out, and deal with these bins. I tossed so many ideas around in my head on what to do with them, and I finally just came to the conclusion that I'm going to put them in the cabinet like this, put the label on the side, and just call that a day, because I don't really have any other plans for those cabinets anyways, because they're just such an inconvenient size. Just gonna use the bins that I have and put them in the cabinet, and maybe one day when I actually have a use for those cabinets and I need to actually store something, then I'll reconfigure this, but for now it'll work. I also thought about just putting them on the shelves and using something like this. This is like a file folder office storage thing from Walmart, which is super cute. I really like them. I use them to hold books. But I hate when the pieces from the Velcro tasks fall off, whereas at least this, if it falls off, it's contained in the bin. I don't want a whole cabinet of Velcro that's missing its pieces. That's just a nightmare. So I'm just gonna plug away, make my labels, drink my coffee. I also bought more boxwood panels, which I have on that wall back there. I'm going to put another 4 up, and I think I will change that bulletin board back there. It was kind of where I would have like emotional regulation talks with students. This year, I don't think that would be a thing where I need a whole bulletin board and a plan devoted to it. And I've already put a lot of my behavior management tools and materials and signs away into storage. But watch a new kid come. But I'm going to use that to display little crafts from the Unique Learning System and the Made For Me literacy unit that we're doing. Sometimes we put them in the door, sometimes we put them on the bulletin board in the hallway, but a lot of the times that's more like our seasonal stuff. And really, the Made For Me literacy and the Unique Learning System stuff, I only have 3 kids that'll be doing that, so I would just keep it back there in that corner. So anyways, I'm going to make labels. I'll show you guys when I'm done. So I'm using the binder covers, which actually I used for my bins over there from Rachel Burnett. I also have her rainbow drawers, which is that down there. And then I also use her Math Talk board, which is right there. That's the only 3 products I have from her, but I would say I use it pretty often, and it's something I can use every single year, just easily change. So obviously I'm not using binder covers. Twister soundtrack, it's great. So here, it comes as a full page binder cover, obviously, right? So what you can do is I can print it. So I'm doing color. So instead of full page slides, we would do 4 sides. Print one-sided. Not gray, we want color. Now, I'm not official by any means, but I'm pretty sure that this is about the size of the labels that I'm going to use. And if not, I could actually resize this, but I think we can get lucky. Colors, sentences, shapes. Then we got some errorless letters, pictures. This is the who, what, when, where, why. Numbers in the word form. Patterns, matching. Again, same thing with the unicorn, just changing the letters. That way, if I decide to add another bin or a category, I just can add another label. Nothing too fancy. Okay, let's see. Print. So the Walmart bins from last year come with a little pocket like that. Mine up here, my adhesive labels. Eek. These are the Target ones, and whenever I see them on sale, I get them because, you know, it's not like they expire. The adhesive works really well, so the pocket's pretty big. So here's hoping that 4 slides per page can be minimized to this, because I don't need all this bottom tops composition notebook stuff either. Okay, here we go. Look at that. I'll literally just have to trim a little off the bottom and a little off the top, and we will be in business. Yes! At least that's working out for me. have it. Technically, if I actually had something I needed to put in these cabinets, they would fit double. But obviously, they don't fit that way. Whatever, as I said, I don't have anything to put in here at the moment anyways. Yay, one thing off my list, and something I've been talking about doing for probably over a year. I am absolutely out of gallon bags, and this is the last 2-gallon baggie, and it's not even really a 2-gallon baggie, it's what the gallon baggies from the district come in. So desperate times, we got about probably 2 weeks before the secretaries come back, and that's when we'll get our school supply order, and I'm pretty sure I ordered gallon baggies. That's usually a given. 2-gallon baggies is not on there, and I have to use my PTO money for that. This is a $5 puzzle from TJ Maxx. If you didn't see my last vlogish video. Personally, the wooden puzzles that have this little knobby thing are perfect for a lot of my students that have fine motor concerns. And it was hard for me to believe that I don't have just like a simple number puzzle. I have some that are letters and numbers, but you know, 9 numbers and 26 letters on a puzzle can be overwhelming for a lot of kids. So, voila, puzzle store. I think we are going to come over here past my collection of empty bins, and we're going to work on this bulletin board, taking it off and figuring out what the title will be. I don't remember what the first unit of Made For Me Literacy is. I'll probably stick with doing B this year. I have all of B and I have all of C. Made For Me Literacy is a Teachers Pay Teachers unit that's perfect for special education. These little boxwood greenery panels, none of them match because some are from Shein, some are from Michael's, and some are from Walmart, but I don't know, gives it some charm. They're zip tied together, and then there's one single screw in there because when I had the classroom remodeled, I knew I wanted the boxwood panels there, so I had them drill the screw to be even there and there. So here we don't have anything. So we'll probably try a command hook or we'll try Velcro. My little clothespin clips over here, that's all Velcro to the wall and it seems to be working. So we'll see. So personally, I have 2 of these staple removers. I don't even know why I keep this, maybe just in case I lose this one because this one is far superior because it's just like a scoop motion and it even stores the staples, whereas this, you know, you gotta use your fine motor pinching skills and then the staples fall out all over the place. It's not ideal. I actually did not laminate any of this board because I was pretty positive someone would, you know, be a little upset and tear it down, and that didn't happen, so I was actually very pleased with my students. But we have a pretty good relationship with each other, and they're pretty responsible and good about being nice to my belongings. But a lot of that's because I've known them for so long that they're pretty respectful to my belongings because a lot of them I've had since kindergarten. But I have had kids in the past where, you know, we get in a little bit of a rage and the whole bulletin board or door decoration or something just comes tumbling, tearing down. So everything that was on this board was basically, you know, me making it on PowerPoint or it's from everyday speech. So like this is wonderful. I have it laminated in several places. If a parent is talking with a student and they just need like an emotional check-in to see where they're at. I've been thinking about my Made For Me Literacy while I've been doing this, and I think the very first one of the whole B is back to school, which, you know, fitting for September, or they might actually start in August and it might be something summerish. I don't remember. Thank you. So nice and cheap. Pretty sure they're like $2.50 a piece at Walmart. They're not as cute and leafy looking as the Michael ones, but oh well, it's a piece of wall decor. I'm out of the soft on the big roll, so I've got my little dots on here. Let's see if that stays up.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, I'll follow on golden, golden, golden rings.
Yeah, that one's gonna need another piece of zip tie. We'll see if that stays up the next time that we come in. I do have a lot of space on the side right there, but I have a boxwood Better Than Paper, which is from like 3 years ago, which I think is down in my bulletin board stuff in my sensory room. I think what we're gonna do next is we'll make the stuff for these. I was gonna do it at home, and then I realized I don't have PowerPoint at home, so nothing was working correctly. To try to do it on, I think Keynote is what's free, and I tried to upload it into Google Drive and do it on like the Google Slide version, but it didn't look the same because everything else I've been doing is on PowerPoint. Anyways, we'll do it now. Hello, Mr. Smartboard. So I chose this print. I might put a rainbow on the corner of the picture, maybe, maybe not, but we'll see. I sent the pictures to my email. I'm thinking that, you know, this is a 8.5 by 11 paper. If I put the picture on it sideways, I think I can turn it so that it's like that. I'll laminate the picture for the inside of the drawer because like these ones, it was getting all ripped and stuff and stuck on the stuff. So while I'm at it, I'll just make new labels for that too. Cute. Basically just decided to center everything in the middle like that. And I'll figure out what I want to do for these two. Used to be these were just underneath over here and it didn't have a label, but you know, if I'm going to be labeling things, I might as well label that too. I'm also printing this. That's what reminds me that this is how you connect the interface to the News 2, so you can use the switch, because you know, there's 4 options this way and 4 options this way. It's confusing. Laminator is on though, so let's go make a highly nutritious lunch. The ramen is done, but I suppose being 85 degrees outside helps the laminator heat up. We are all cut and ready to go. So we'll do this back area first. In case you're wondering, the iPad is in here. Some years I've had to lock it up, but for now I just keep it in there for the summer so I don't lose the classroom iPads. So here we have before, after, before, after. Oh, perfect! And it'll be great because our occupational therapist loves using this little battery interrupter, and she likes using this iPad adapter. But you know, it's so small sometimes it just gets jumbled up in this mix. So now it should be pretty obvious when you come over here and you need a switch or your adapter or you don't remember how to use it. Here it is. Alright. Okay, before, after. So simple, but so cute. Literally now I have no excuse but to deal with this mess the next time, because that is like the last thing I have to deal with, besides, you know, that cart in the corner that the wheels keep falling off. Oh boy, this unique learning system, like, it's great, but holy moly, there is a lot of stuff that comes with it. Like, literally this table is just empty bins, and I should have made a label for this bin. Oops. Let's browse and see what the Me Trimmy Literacy theme is actually gonna be. I didn't do that yet. I'm really surprised that that stayed up. So yes, the August version is uniquely me, which I've never done. So I took one of my empty bins, slapped on my label, and then I printed off the paper for the bulletin board, and I decided on yellow. So I always keep the hard copy just in case I don't like the color that I chose, but most of the time I don't mind. So I'm gonna cut these, then I'm gonna laminate it, so then hopefully I never need to do it again. So that'll go on top of the pink. Does it match? No, not really, but it's unique, right? So just want it to pop. So I'm gonna just sit here, cut these letters, so then I can laminate it the next time I'm here. I basically need to tackle this area. That's what's left on the to-do list, pretty much. I'm not gonna fast forward me cutting, because I think that's boring to watch, in my opinion. So we are just gonna end this video here. In case you're wondering, this is one of my new shirts from Shein. It comes in a bunch of colors too. I kind of want to get it in like a white, I think. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next classroom video, which will probably be next week, unless it's like swimming weather. Next week on Thursday I have off from Walmart, and I don't really do much on your average Thursday. So I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!